I had a discussion, a debate with a friend of mine about Jay-Z and Kanye West, who was better, and I was leaning towards the Jay-Z thing until I saw Kanye West on Saturday Night Live. And it wasn't just because it may or may not have sampled Beautiful People, but I just thought, wow, he came out so strong on Saturday Night Live. I wish I would have done that.
My leather black jeans on, my by any means on, party like getting my scream on. By the rumors, read into it too much. Being in for some true love. Ask him, what do you love? Hard to find what the truth is, but the truth was that the truth sucked. Always seem to do stuff, but this time it was too much. Everybody's so judgmental. Everybody's so judgmental. Everybody hurts, but I don't judge rentals. It was all so simple. I see you in 3D.
So we were both just up rather late, watching the Kanye West spectacular show from somewhere in some place in America that fits 70,000 people. It was a listening party. Kanye West did not show his face once, but Marilyn Manson was there. And myself and Colonel stayed up watching it. God bless America.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was a little bit ridiculous that Kanye West was 2 hours late, which apparently this is the third time he's done this, that he's done 3 of these listening parties. This is the third, and he's been 1 to 2 hours late. But anyway, that's stars for you, I guess. But
that's Hollywood. It's a good show. It makes them like Jim Morrison and Axl Rose, the legends of stardom. You know, they always turn up 2 or 3 hours late. It's worthwhile.
Do you think, you know, this is not, to be honest with you, it's not my style of music. It's not stuff that I would jam to or I would buy. But at the same time, I think it's got to help Marilyn Manson, right? He was on stage with Kanye West, right? It helps him, right?
Well, Kanye West has never been one to not be controversial. But no, it's definitely a positive move. And he looked great. He looked strong. He looked healthy. He had good posture. And he was there for the entire fucking time, just like we were. So, I mean, 45 minutes into it, I was like, wow, Jesus, really hanging in there. God bless him. He's clearly focused, that he wasn't fidgeting. He didn't look nervous. And yeah, Kanye West, I mean, he's the biggest performer in the world.
No, he's definitely a very strong showman. Kanye is. And you're right. Manson was sitting there he was sitting or standing on the stage the whole time. Like it was definitely not a cameo. I mean, he was there for the whole thing.
Yeah. And he didn't rape any of the women that were up there the whole time. You know, I mean, the restraint that he showed. God bless him.
I know.
I was waiting for him to burn a cross. I wanted him to pull a fucking cross out of his ass and just fucking light the... Oh, no, wait, I realized, no, wait, sorry. Him burning a cross, actually, that would be a really bad thing with the community that he was with, actually, at the moment. Yeah, if he had, like, planted a cross in the ground and then lit the thing on fire, that could have been taken in a wrong way. Okay, what could he... Well, there was already a cross on top of the fucking building, so there was already a cross there. What could he have done? He didn't rape any of the women. He didn't burn a cross. He could have, I don't know, cut himself, started jerking off. I mean, I don't know. What could he have done that like would have been controversial? He was enjoying the music.
I guess just kind of being there was controversial, actually. I saw some people on Twitter saying things like, I can't believe that Marilyn Manson, they have Marilyn Manson here while they're singing songs about Jesus, right? I mean, is that the ultimate heresy that actually Marilyn Manson is welcomed there when they're singing these like religious oriented songs?
Yeah, there was some gospel-y shit. It was dominated by the gospel sort of stuff. But yeah, very nice, very nice. There were 3 songs where I was like, oh, this is catchy, this is good. You know, but it's all really well produced music, you know.
Well, I just hope that what this does is, again, like, I don't see that there's going to be one big thing that changes everything for Manson, but I hope that this, it just kind of adds to a kind of a critical mass building over time of like people taking a second look at him. Because I looked on Twitter and I see all of these people posting about like saying like, oh my God, Marilyn, he's got Marilyn Manson on stage.
What if they come out as a couple? What if it turns out that Kanye West and Marilyn Manson are now boyfriends? All right. And like both of their marriages are sham marriages to hide their gaydom, you know?
That'll be the next rumor.
They'll release an album called Ebony and Ivory, you know? Followed shortly by their next album called Heaven and Hell. You know?
Yeah. Well,
Fire and Water. Let's keep going. You know?
I think it can't help but help Manson. The fact that he was on stage tonight and he was welcomed by, however kooky Kanye can be at times, like a major star. And I just, I think that that's going to give some people, at least make some people take a second look, like, well, because a lot of people, all they've heard is the media story, the mainstream media story, and Evan Rachel Wood's story, and Esme Bianco and some of these women.
The Esme Bianco one's that's the worst. Evan Rachel Wood is pretty fucking bad, but your one Esme Bianco, it's just, there's something about her. Maybe it's because she's English, but there's just something about her that really gets underneath my skin. Like her story is particularly offensive,
Well, some of these accusers seem more calculated than others. I think Evan Rachel Wood, to me, I think there's probably deeper psychological issues going on.
Yeah, she seems like a lost sheep. She's like a damaged individual. So you kind of have a bit more compassion for her. But where you said some of these women are a bit more calculated, that one, Esme Bianco, the English one, this guy sponsored her for her fucking work visa to get into fucking America. You know what I mean? And she's burning him like this. She crashed his Jaguar. That's a fucking calculated cunt right there, bro. And she's in it, so extra fuck her.
And to anyone who may be seeing this, watching this, and you don't know what we're talking about, yes, we believe Marilyn Manson is innocent, and we believe that that these accusers are lying about him, and some of them, and most of them, in a very calculating way. And if you don't know anything about it, look at our channels. We've done videos on it, lots of videos. But I think that overall it was a good thing for Marilyn Manson. It's anything that gets him like back into legitimate circles and gets him back in the musical realm. And he was center stage tonight at a concert, even though he didn't perform, but he was there. So
that was a performance. I consider that a performance.
Yeah,
right? He had to be there, not smoking, not drinking, not having his wife sit on his lap. That was him performing.
He had to be there and listen to some of those songs. Actually, to be honest with you, I mean, again, it's not my style. Some of this wasn't my style of music, but I do think some of the songs were a little self-indulgent. But that having been said, I'm glad that Kanye had him on, and I hope.
Excuse me, are you the mere suggestion that a member of the hip hop, rap, or R&B community, as a stage performer, could be self-indulgent? I find that. Like he's not Puff Daddy, come on. I mean, he's just another one of these acts.
I think I would have preferred some Puff Daddy to what I heard tonight, quite frankly.
Hiding in the sun, living on the run, because he's public enemy number one.
I missed some of the Puffy stuff. That was a great song. There were some great things on those early Puffy albums, or before it became Diddy. And then when it became Diddy, I felt like it started to go downhill.
I was like, what the fuck was that coming? And the reason he did that was because in Europe, Puff means homosexual, and that's apparently like not cool. You
think that's why he did that? Really?
That's what they were saying originally, yeah.
That's interesting.
I always thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm going to wrap it up because it's late, and really this is all we had to say was just do a little wrap up.
I'm tired. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Good night.